appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know if this could ever be complete without having a voice for each side. You know, we need male representation, female representation, just to show it's not a woman problem.
Yeah.
It affects us all. Yeah. Before we get started, I don't know if you'd like to introduce yourself to the few people that came. Just let them know about you.
Why are you putting me on the spot like this?
You must do it. It must be
All
uncomfortable.
right, cool. I go by the name of Zama Majala. Basically born and bred in Johannesburg, moved to Pretoria in grade 5, where I stayed in Pretoria East. In 2012, I moved to Centurion, known as Irene, and then from there this year, the beginning of this year, I moved to Midrand, just to be closer to work. Apart from that, I'm qualified as a BSc Informatics student. Um, I am in the project management space within the workspace, been working in the digital marketing space for the past 5 years. I've worked on a few very extensive brands, which is really, really amazing. Thank God for the grace and giving me the opportunity there. Apart from that, I enjoy running so much. Like, I love running. Like, running is basically that's my girlfriend, man. I'm joking, but yeah, I really, really love running because it really inspires me. It's changed my life. It's a running challenge where there's about 150 people
Oh,
that have
that's
registered, which
amazing.
is really, really amazing. Great. The energy in that group is really, really inspiring, which is really great. Apart from that, I'm a motivational speaker. What generally I'm motivated by is to see other people succeed. So it really inspires me to inspire. I've been through a lot, but I really want to help people overcome the challenges that they've been through themselves, because at the end of the day, every lesson that I go through, I don't want you to face that. I want to help you conquer that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you don't know who you can help by just sharing your story. So I
That's
enjoy sharing my story.
yeah.
I enjoy sharing my downfalls. I enjoy sharing, you know, the parts in my life where it's been tough. You know what I'm saying? Because your story could actually help somebody else's life. Your story could save somebody
Yeah,
else's
that's
life,
so true.
which is really, really amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind failing, to be honest, because my failure will be your success.
That's when we
So
learn and grow. That's the most
yeah,
important
yeah. You
thing.
know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned so much more failing than succeeding, because at the end of the day, like, there's nothing to learn when you succeed. But every single time that I failed, something has come from that I can share with people so that they can conquer and succeed as well. Apart from that, I'm involved in the church. I love serving people. I love serving God. At the end of the day, just apart from like worldly motivation, I motivate you in terms of church, sharing the word of God, so that people can live in purpose, so that they can find their identity, because at the end of the day, if you don't know who you are, somebody's going to give you identity. And if you don't know your purpose, somebody will give you a purpose. So I really want people to
That's
find out who
true.
they are in God
You don't want
and
the
who
world to define you. You have to define yourself first.
exactly, you know what I'm saying? And everything that you do and everything that you are is genuinely found in your purpose. So I really aspire to
That's
inspire, before you expire, you know what I'm
I
saying?
love the fire. I love the fire you're bringing.
You know what I'm saying? And then yeah.
Like speaking about purpose, I want to just dive straight into the topic. We're not gonna, diving straight in. What purpose do you think, or what role do you think, or believe the church plays in breaking the silence around GBV and just really helping create a new culture?
All right, cool. So I think one thing that people don't understand is that church is not a building. Church is each and every single individual in the church. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the church without the people is not a church. It's just a building. Like, it's just the four walls. So I would say
That's
that each and every single one of us, as the church members of the church, being it male, being it female,
yeah,
we've got a specific role to play with regards to gender-based violence. At the end of the day, the
that's
example that I want to give you, like, if you go to a museum, right? If you go to, let's say, a car show, when they'll have car shows at Nazareth, there's specific cars that they say do not touch. And you'll find that they've put like barricade
there's
around it
those
just to
things
ensure
around
that
it.
nobody
Yeah,
touches the specific car, etc. And what's crazy is that nobody ends up touching that car. All they do is take photos. All they do is, just admire, kind of thing. And it's so crazy how if we as human beings, us as individuals, had to have that mindset against women, against children as well. You know, that if does it mean that women and children genuinely need to wear tags around them that say do not touch in order for people not to touch? You know, it's so crazy how we put so much more value on things that are materialistic. We put so much more value on things that have a price tag to it. Where you look at a life, our lives are genuinely priceless. You cannot put a price on a person's life, but people will take care of things that have a value to it rather than things that do not have a value to it. So the point that I'm trying to make with this point is that it's really each and every single one of our responsibilities to ensure that, number one, that we are educated. Because at the end of the day, if you're not
That's
educated
true.
about certain things, you will not be able to fulfill that specific task. And education starts from a very young age. It is really our responsibility as children, as parents, and as
Yeah.
a church to ensure that we are imprinting the correct mindset within our people so that they don't do what is incorrect. You know that it's not right to beat someone. You know that it's not right to do certain physical acts towards someone. So why is it that when it comes to materialistic things, we know how to act, but when it comes towards people, we don't know how to act? So it is really important to educate people,
Yeah.
because what I know now is far greater than what I knew back in the day. But I had to be taught to get to this place within my life. I know now in the workplace what I know now as well because I was taught. So it is really important for the church to even get to a place where we have these pressing conversations. Because at the end of the day, the world is looking to the church. And if the church doesn't have an answer for the world, where's the world going to look to? To the world. We're going to go watch these music videos where they're actually promoting violence, where they're promoting, immoral acts. So we as the church need to be
Degrading
a
women.
voice.
Yeah, I
We as
have a
the
lot
church
of
need to
that.
be a voice that people actually genuinely listen to, and we are having conversations that are pressing, that are gonna go against the let me say the current, because at the end of the day, the church defines out the people, and what you're sending out to the world needs to be a great message. Us as the church need to be the light. Us as the church need to be of influence to the world and not be influenced of the world.
It looks like someone has a question for you. How can one expect the church to take a stance against GBV when religion is centered around patriarchy? What do you feel about that?
So to be honest, how do we take a stance? At the end of the day, right? The purpose of the church, number one, people that go to church have got issues. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to a
Yeah, we
hospital.
all have issues.
You know what I'm
I
saying? It's
think
like
that's
going to.
the beautiful thing.
Mm,
We all have issues that we have to grow from and learn from. No
yeah,
one's perfect. That's the
exactly.
important thing, but that's no excuse for hurting anyone else.
100%. Like it's like, for example, going to a hospital and then you like, yo, hey, that person's
Mm,
bleeding. Yo, this person's like broke their leg. It's really important for the church to
mm,
obviously build people, rehabilitate them mentally, emotionally, to
mm,
ensure that when we actually go out, we are fulfilling the purpose that we are ordained or was ordained for our lives. So I'll be honest, churches are very scared of having such conversations. You know what I'm saying? But I really love the church that
yeah.
I'm in, where our pastors are really involved. I saw a pastor who went to Johannesburg today. They were basically promoting, or rather praying, for this gender-based violence and everything. And just to look at our
Mm,
leaders, the people that are leading us doing this, it's a great example for us to do as well. Just as it says, Jesus said, follow me and I will make you. So if our leaders are doing that, it's very important for us to pray and also apply. Because at the end of the day, without application, you'll never see the truth
yeah.
of that word being fulfilled. So apart from praying, which is what encourages you, what empowers you, we need to go out there and
Keeps you
apply it.
going. Yeah.
We need to go out and teach our
Mm,
kids. We need to go out and teach our friends, those closest to us. It is really important for us to genuinely be the lights. Just as I said earlier on, it is really important for us to lead the way. So yeah.
mm. With like, I think you've covered quite a few things,
Mm.
but with that said, how do you plan, like specifically, to go out and be the change you want to see? What are you going to change in your life to make sure that you are that example for other men in your life?
So, number one, if people don't know, I'm a daddy. So, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to ensure that my son, number one, is very, very much
Mm,
aware of such issues, that go on in society. Before I get into that point, one thing that I've made sure that I don't do within my life, I don't watch news, to be honest, because I've never seen a news channel that basically has good
Where
news.
it's
All you see on news is
positivity.
like negativity. All you see on news is like bad things happening. I'm not saying that I'm not aware of the news that's taking place, but I don't fill my mind with negativity. I don't fill my mind with things that will bring me down, pull me back, but I tend to fill myself with things that inspire me, encourage me. Even with myself, I make sure that I'm in a room where I'm not speaking, because at the end of the day, when I'm speaking, that means I'm learning nothing new. So I want to be in the space of people that will genuinely encourage me to become a better version of myself. So with my family, with my son, with my children to come as well, one thing I'm going to make sure is that, number one, that you respect women, respect those around you. Sorry, I've got so much to say. Like today, I was so frustrated. I was running, right? And while I was running, there's a lady that came off a taxi, and there was a guy who was sitting like on a bench. And when that lady came out of the taxi, he tried to like say, "Excuse sister," and that frustrated me so much. And the reason why it frustrated me so much is because at the end of the day, when you leave your house as a woman, you dress the way
Yeah.
that you feel appropriate. You dress the way that basically you are so encouraged. You're like, yo, today I look good. You know what I'm saying? You
You're
put that
like you
makeup
dress
game on.
how you feel comfortable in, how
You
you
know what
want
I'm
to
saying?
present yourself to the world, how you feeling. If you're feeling good, you want to look good, you want to show the world. It's a good day
You know
for
what I'm
me.
saying?
So you don't
And
want
then
anyone to disrespect you because of what you're wearing.
exactly. And then you get a guy who's genuinely there out there that's basically going to see you as an object and try to start hollering at you. And you know what's so crazy is that if you had to turn the tables, if you had to have women start hollering at guys like that, yo, ik say, "Die broer, maar op pila, man, yes, says, like genuinely, what is so crazy is that you wouldn't want that to be done to you. So you shouldn't do unto others what you wouldn't want to be done to you. So what I'm going to teach my family, my close friends, is to ensure that what happens is that you do not treat others the way that you would not like to be treated. Why do you need to try beat someone to change their perspective or their mindset about certain things? At the end of the day, communication is key. You can beat someone but that doesn't change them, right? But at the first place, the first point of departure is that you need to look at yourself. Why is that person acting a certain way around you? Maybe you are the problem. Maybe you are the reason why that person cannot be themselves around you. Maybe you make them feel uncomfortable. That's why they're acting a certain way. But my thing is, communication can genuinely change things. Because I can tell you, I remember when I was younger, and yes, I did get beat, but I'm not complaining. It built me up. But what I'm saying is,
We
when I
all
was
got
younger,
it.
when I got beat, like, and versus when my mom or my dad said to me, yo, I'm done with you, right? I'm over this. The words hurt me
The
more than what the belt
difference, yeah.
did to me. You know what I'm saying? And generally, I would
Same.
rather change somebody by the words that I speak rather than a beating, because a beating will change you for a moment, but words really impact you forever. And words are something that you can carry from generation to generation, that you can pass down. So you can pass down knowledge from generation to generation. So one thing that I'm going to make sure is just to educate those around me, to ensure that you respect each and every single individual, that you do not need to raise a hand at all in order for you to be heard. You can genuinely speak and you can be heard, but you need to speak with conviction, and you need to give straight up guidance. Don't speak down on somebody, but speak up to them. Give them guidance and say that this is wrong because this is wrong because. Give them the problem and the solution to the problem, and that's what will genuinely change them. And then, as I would say, just within my close circle, it is really important for us to look at women as, you guys are nurturers. You guys, they say we give you like groceries, and you guys make a meal. You know what I say? We plant a seed and you guys give us a baby. We need to see you guys as truly strong. Like, I truly respect women. I've got 5 sisters. I've got 5 sisters. I've got 2 mothers. I've got my real mother and I got my stepmother. So I respect women so much. Just being in a space where there's so many women around me, that I understand what you women go through. That it is really our job as men to encourage you, to uplift you, so that you guys can genuinely go out there and be who God desires for you to be, so that you guys don't need to feel any less of what you are, because you guys are truly valuable. You guys are diamonds. You know what I'm saying? You guys have got more value than what people genuinely can acknowledge. And My goal is to ensure that men and everybody within my circle see you guys much and far greater than what the world perceive you to be, but to be that true gem, that true woman of valor, that true woman of substance that God has called you to be. So it is genuinely just educating and people acknowledging who you guys truly are, because you guys are far greater than what the world perceives you to be. You guys are not weak. You guys are very strong. You guys, I can genuinely say women are actually stronger than men. You know what I'm saying? Because what you guys go through, like
I
even
mean, I
on a
think
monthly basis, I don't think a lot of men would even be able to handle what you guys are going through. But you guys are still able to go to work. You guys are still able to genuinely go out in school, pass and everything. And a lot of us men would be like, yo, I know, I'm fine, thanks. But the thing is, you women wake
can't
up,
take the
you know,
pain.
you go out, thrive, and achieve each and every single thing that you put your mind to, despite the challenges that you face. Shout out to you, ladies, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you just giving us your insight, your perspective, and just letting us know exactly what you plan on doing to be the example for your son, for your friends, to show them that there's a better way. Thank you so much for joining the live, and
It's a pleasure,
we
man.
hope that we'll hear from you soon again.
Definitely. God bless you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Now, guys, we are looking for the next speaker. Can the next speaker please send their request? We're going to have quite a few speakers today. There are 3 more. And what you're saying to me is so true. Men need to call their friends out. Men need to be able to create a culture of calling each other out, calling other men out, and just really holding each other accountable for each other's actions. You can't say, yeah, I'm not raping, I'm not killing, so it's not my problem. You have to be able to be like, I'm a man. And as long as there are other men who are abusing women, who are killing women, who are hurting women, I am part of the problem if I'm not doing anything about it. Just looking for the next speaker. Zangi, can you please send your request? Okay, we have another man coming up.
Yo, hello,
Hello.
hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Like, am I moving? Can you see me? Because from my side, I'm pretty frozen.
You're still connecting.
Okay. Yeah, from my side, my screen is completely frozen. I don't know what's happening. But can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think rather leave the live and try joining in
All right,
again.
cool.
Yeah. Before the next speaker starts, I actually have a question for all of you. I want to ask, what measures do you believe our nation should take in order to actively, actively end the culture of femicides, of rape, of GBV? What measures do you believe would be most effective? Because the only way we'd be able to overcome this pandemic, and I'm not just talking about COVID-19, but overcome this drastic rate of women being murdered, would need collaboration. Okay. I am accepting the next speaker. And we have a lady. So we're just going to alternate. Male, female, male, female. It's just connecting. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Romy?
I'm
I'm
good,
good,
thanks. Would
thanks.
you
Would you
like
like
to
to
introduce
introduce
yourself
yourself
before
before
it starts?
it starts? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Madzanga, but I go by the name of Zangi. I'm studying drama at UP, final year, and yeah, I think that's pretty much.
Right. I'm so
Right.
sorry
I'm
that
so
we had
sorry that we had like